Alright, how are you today, guys? Welcome back again to our channel One Go Hit. Our email address is surigao-san2019 at gmail.com. Well, today's topic is all about the elements of the literature and the combining arts. Okay, what is literature? It is something written in letters, in words, something like a history, a poetry, anything that is written in words and in letters. Well, a good content is a literature. It is undeniable that the medium of literature is language, and language is composed of words that are combined into sentences to express ideas, emotions, or desires. Writers like you, therefore, should be careful in their choice of words and expression of their emotion and ideas in order to carefully organize sentences that would manifest a high sense of value. Objectives that a writer should bear in mind. Number one, to strive in raising the level of readers' humanity, and number two, to accomplish the purpose of making one better person, giving him high sense of value. What are the important elements of literature? Number one is emotional appeal. Number two, intellectual appeal. Number three, humanistic value. Forgive me, guys, I'm not reading the meaning of each word. I know you're smart enough, wise enough, and bright enough than me, so I just bring you to the topic, and it's up to you to expound it, read it over and over again. But my advice is do not skip any pages of our slide here. Okay, that's for your own good. There are classification of literature, however. Number one, escape literature, interpretative literature. And what are the uses of literature? There are literature that will moralize humans, that is moralizing literature. That's to present moral values for the reader to understand and appreciate. Example of that is the article about the monkey's point of view. You can read that your own. I'm just running out of time and I'm coping with time. That's why I will not read all of these words here in every slide. Only some of the important words, okay? Propaganda literature, psychological continuum of individual therapeutic value. Well, poetry. What do you know about poetry? Who's your favorite poet? What is your favorite poem? Can you make your own poem? Well, poetry is such an important element of literature. Do you know our national poet? People like Jose Rizal, Francisco Balagtas, and a whole lot more Filipinos who are poet in their own rights. Poetry is as universal as language and almost as ancient. The most primitive people have used it, and most civilized have cultivated it. Among types of this literature, poetry writing is the most challenging because of the choice of proper words or grammar. The denotative and symbolical meaning of the chosen grammar. What I'm impressed about poetry is that the rhymes at the end of every sentences, the end seemingly in good rhymes. That's why poetry sounds good because of rhythm, rhymes. Just like every lyrics of songs, there must be rhymes in every end of sentences. Well, just continue reading every slide here. Do not skip any of the pages of our slide. I'm just hurrying up, so I skip some of the pages. Don't forget to read those example of poetry. Short story is another element of literature. What is this? What are the elements of the short story? They are plot, character, theme, symbol and irony, verbal irony, dramatic, and situational. Essay. I know when we were in high school, we hate writing down essay. An essay is a literary composition on a particular subject. It is usually short and expresses the author's personal thoughts, feelings, experiences, or observation on the face of life that has interested in him. There are types of essay. Two types. The informal essay is light, humorous, and entertaining, while formal essay, the essay is heavy, informative, and intellectually stimulating. There are elements of essay. Number one, the issue introduced. Number two, writer's viewpoint. And three, the relevance of the issue to the life of the reader. Novels. A lot of people like novels so much. What novel do you like? Who's the author of that novel? Me, I like Filipiniana. No Limitang El Filibusterismo. I love Jose Rizal, our national hero, the man of many skills. That's Jose Rizal. Considered himself a universal man too. The novel is particularly applicable to a long work of prose dealing with character, situation, and scenes that represent those of real life and setting and action in the form of the plot. The purpose of fiction, whether long or short stories, recount a narrative which give us moral lesson and bring us pleasure. Elements of novel: setting, the place, plot, the whole story, the theme, and characters are the most important. Now let's go to the elements of drama. Well, these are the elements: plot, character, thought, language, theme. Drama must have climax, denouement, music, costumes, and special effects like scenery and lighting. Plot is one of the elements of a drama. Exposition is the portion of a story that introduces important background information and starring. Who are the stars of the story? Expose the villain and some of the characters in the story. So after exposition, there is a rising action when you write or you're making plot, and then there is a conflict, and at the top of it is the climax. After the climax, there is a falling action in the story, the fall of the hero, and at the end, the hero will rise, and that is the resolution. There are two types of drama. One that ends in tragedy is called tragedy, sad ending, and the happy ending is called the comedy. Let's continue. Okay. So that's it, guys. Hope you continue reading every slide. And don't forget, the final is coming up, where we will be touching topic like drama, music. And don't forget to read some of the question I will post at the end of this video. Okay? And I'll see you next time. Same channel, One Go Hit. And don't forget to write down my email address, surigao2019@gmail.com. Well, stay home, stay safe, God bless, and bye for now.